Welcome, Scorpio, to another weekly timeless ghetto reading by Sapphire Queen 999. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here in the past, then glad to have you back. I just want to remind everyone that these are general messages. These messages are intended for entertainment purposes only, so that they may or may not resonate with you, Scorpio. Also, keep in mind these messages are timeless, so that these messages could have already occurred, could be occurring in the now, or have yet to come. Okay, so usually what I like to do in order to get your reading to you, Scorpio, is that I like to read your recent past, present, and near future energies. I also like to use oracle cards to set the mood for each timeline. And then in the end, I wrap it up by providing you with an overall energy, which I read from the bottom of the deck cards. But today I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm not only going to do your energy, but I'm also going to do the energy of the person on your mind. So your spread will be to the left side, while your person's energy will be to the right. So let's get right to it, Scorpio. So for your oracle cards, you have Girl Talk, and it states, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Then your next card is Addiction, and it says codependent, obsessive, possession, controlling, has a block, restricted. So then the next one is Healing Heart, and it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships, or addiction. Sorry about that. So what I'm getting out of this energy, Scorpio, is that you were dealing with someone who you felt latched to. You felt you needed them in order to be able to get by with your day-by-day life. And this person at some point ended up breaking your heart because I'm believing they left you in the cold. That's what I'm getting out of this. And, in order for you to heal, you had to, get the support of your loved ones, friends and families. And during that time, you were able to free yourself and obtain not just knowledge, but experience on how to deal, notice, and leave toxic relationships. So let's move on to your first three cards in your spread, which will represent your recent past. So for your recent past, you have the King of Pentacles upright, and that is clarified by the Hermit in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this energy is that, you were either viewing your person on your mind as this King of Pentacles, which may reflect an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone who is a natural healer, someone who is a natural leader, someone who's, intelligent, strategic, a businessman or businesswoman, someone abundant, someone successful, someone who has, reached the highest levels of success and has now become bored with the success and is ready to just sit back, enjoy their successes by allowing others to, continue putting in the work that they already invested. And with this Hermit in reverse, it just makes me feel that this person, doesn't do a lot of self-reflection. They don't take a lot of time out to think things over. Being that the Hermit is the Virgo card and you do have a King of Pentacles, you may be dealing with a Virgo, Scorpio. Okay? So then the next card, you have a Page of Wands in reverse, and that is clarified by the Moon in reverse. And usually the Page of Wands is someone who is, here to offer you an exciting new adventure. And, they usually have a message to relate to you. And what I'm getting out of this Page of Wands in reverse is that, if someone was making an offer to you, it was not going to be anything that truly excited you, Scorpio. Anything that really rocked your boat. And with the Moon in reverse, it just tells me that if there were any secrets being kept, anything, hidden from you, that you were going to release your fears and be able to, I guess, have a revealment exposed to you. Like you were gonna find out about this person basically. Or maybe they were gonna find out about you. Still don't know whose energy this quite is. Okay, so then for the last card in the recent past, you have the Judgment card, and that is clarified with the World card upside down. So what I'm getting out of this energy is that you had to make a decision that that you allow for the divine to help guide you in making. And whatever decision it was, with the World card, usually you want to close that chapter and move on to a new. But because it's on reverse, I'm thinking that you chose to hold on to whatever it was you had to make a decision on. All right, Scorpio. So let's move on to the next 3 cards, which will represent your present. So in your present energy, Scorpio, you have the 9 of Cups upright, and that is clarified by the 7 of Cups in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this, these 2 cards is that, you were a very happy person already, and you were lacking one thing, which was that 10th cup. But I'm guessing that you weren't given much options of being able to find that. And the options that did come your way were options that were not able to fulfill, that missing cup. And that's followed by the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is clarified by the 6 of Swords. And what I'm getting out of that is that there was a new beginning of love and happiness that was meant to come your way. And that somehow was redirected. It was blocked off. And the offer, went as far as possible from you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, if any of this stuff is resonating, don't forget to press like. If you like the way I read and you want to listen to more readings, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you feel like you haven't gotten anything out of this so far and you want to leave the channel on your way out, don't forget to press share so that another Scorpio can get to this message. So let's continue. So for your last card in the present, Scorpio, you have the 9 of Wands upright, and that is clarified by the Justice card in reverse. And what I am getting out of this is that you are a wounded warrior. You're someone who will stand up and fight for your beliefs. Fight for what you believe is yours, and you're entitled. Your entitlements. And with this Justice card in reverse, it just tells me that, there was no need to be vengeful or revengeful, or, because, I don't know. I'm thinking there was no need for you to probably fight. That's what I'm getting. And it was no need for you to fight, because this connection, you already knew it was something that you didn't want to pursue. Even though you're a fighter and you usually fight for what you want, this is something that you were not going to fight for. And that's what I'm getting out of that Justice card. Okay, Scorpio, so let's go to your last 3 cards, which will represent your near future. So for your last 3 cards, which will represent your near future, you have the 3 of Swords in reverse. And that is clarified by the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this energy here is that, there was no heartbreak, no harm, no one got hurt in the process of you not being, totally satisfied by this connection. And, no one, I'm thinking both of you guys felt pretty much stable and maybe the same with the 2 of Pentacles. And then with the next card you have on your deck is, 1 second, please. So yeah, you have the Temperance card, and that is being clarified by the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this energy is that, you remain cool the whole time. You remain cool. You explain to this person as patient and as nice as you could what was going on. Like, hey, I'm not really happy with this connection, and it's nothing that you've done wrong. It's just that I don't see us really going anywhere. And you let them know that you didn't think you could match their offering, I guess. You know, you couldn't match their energy. You know, that this relationship was not going to be an equal give and take because, you know, you were not willing to put that. And since you were not willing to put that, you know, you were not able to match them. And for your last card in the near future, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and that is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And what that tells me is that, you know, you are accepting to the fact that this connection was not victorious. And even though you didn't want to be single, sometimes it's best to be, you know, alone and grounded and happy than to be accompanied and not be satisfied with your partner. Because in the long run, both you and that person will suffer. You will suffer because you're pretending to be something that you're not, and they will suffer once they realize everything was just false. Okay, Scorpio, so let's move on to your person's energy now. Okay, Scorpio, so this is your person's 3 oracle cards. The first card they have is Coffee Cup, which says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Their next card is talking, and it says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. And their last card is the passion card, which states insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. So what I'm getting out of these 3 cards is that, you know, this person was actually enjoying their time with you. They felt that you guys had a connection and that you guys could probably grow into something more than what you felt, Scorpio. I also feel that this person really wanted to try to give this connection a equal and fair shot at progressing. So let's move on to your person's first 3 cards, which will represent their recent past energies. Okay, Scorpio, so if any of this stuff is resonating with you, don't forget to press like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so for your person's 3 cards in the recent past, they have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, which is clarified with the 3 of Cups. And what I'm getting out of that is that, you know, why they wanted this union, they kind of felt in their heart that you didn't with that 4 of Pentacles. I mean, that 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, they knew that you didn't want the same type of partnership that they wanted to offer you with this 3 of Cups. And for their next card, they have the High Priestess in reverse. And that's followed by the 8 of Wands to clarify. And what I'm getting out of that card is that, you know, this person was in denial. They were in the dark. They were not seeing, you know, that what they were feeling. You know, they weren't listening to their intuition, basically. They were feeling that you wasn't into the connection, but they were in denial. They were not seeing it. They weren't admitting to it. And, you know, they try to take some type of quick action to try to savor the relationship by either telling you how much they wanted you or, you know, how much they enjoyed your company. But, you know, the response you gave them just made them feel like the sun in reverse, meaning really sad and unhappy. You know, because you were not willing to work on this in order to try to reach some type of, you know, mutual happiness together. And with this 10 of Wands to clarify that sun in reverse card, what I'm getting is that, you know, your person, as fucked up as they felt, they grabbed whatever experience they learned from this connection and they decided to move on to a new. They decided to let go. Okay, so let's move on to your person's next 3 cards, which will represent their present energy. So in the present, your person's first card is the Ace of Swords upright, which is being clarified by the Knight of Wands in reverse. And what I'm getting out of this energy is that, you know, knowing that you really did not want to, you know, make this work, you know, finally being aware they were kind of sad and stressed out. Because the Knight of Wands, he's someone who is coming through with excitement. He's moving fast. And I think it just, I think it represents the whole opposite energy right now. Instead of moving fast, you were moving like, like a sloth. That's what I'm hearing, a sloth. Yeah, so you were moving like a sloth, all slow. Why? Because you were feeling down, you were feeling depressed, you were feeling alone, abandoned. But it was best to be aware and alert to the truth than to be, taken for an idiot. So then your person's next card, I don't know why I keep saying your card, but your person's next card is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And that is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And what I'm getting out of that is that, your person was really hoping to reach, that total stability and security, total family, They were trying to get that out of this connection. And, unfortunately, with the message that was communicated to them that, you were no longer happy, they know that, things would never change. Things would never get better because you rather remove yourself from the connection than to fight for it. And for their last card in the present, we have the Fool card in reverse. And once again, we have the High Priestess in reverse. And again, it just tells me that, this person of yours is still confused about why you wouldn't want to start this new beginning. They don't understand what made you not want to start something that end something that you started in this connection. They really were hopeful that this connection was going to, please both of you guys. And, they're blinded to what made you change your mind. And they don't understand what made you want to step back instead of moving forward. So let's move on to your person's next 3 cards, which will be their near future. So in the near future, your person's first card is the Two of Swords. And that is being clarified by the Eight of Swords. And what I'm in reverse, the Eight of Swords. And what I'm getting out of this is that, the blindfold was removed. And a lot of the things that had your person stressed and worried, those fears they were feeling, they were finally confirmed to them with this Eight of Cups. Eight of Swords. And, they were finally able to break free from the bondage that they felt, the attachment. Because, once you communicated why you wasn't happy in the connection, I'm thinking you gave that person at least that much closure. They were able to remove that blindfold and see that, maybe what you were saying was right. Maybe there was no real spark in this connection. And maybe it's best for us to, go separate routes instead of hurting one another. It's better to relieve the stress than to cause it, basically. And with their next card, they have the Six of Cups, and that is being clarified by the Star card in reverse. And what I am getting out of that is that, the reason this person wanted this, this opportunity with you was because you guys go way back in time, maybe to childhood. Maybe you guys grew up together, y'all went to school together, or, y'all met at summer camp or something. But, this person had hopes of this connection working because, it was something that reminded them of their childhood and maybe a happy moment, happy memories. And with the Star in reverse, what I'm getting is that, what was once upon wished for is now being, damn, like, why the F did I even ask for this? Like, fuck. Okay, and then for your person's last card, we have the Hangman and the Five of Cups in reverse. And, even though this person was feeling stuck, stuck that they were still feeling stuck and confused. They at least were, happy that they were, that you were man or woman enough to speak your truth to them and to make them aware that, this connection wasn't going to grow. Okay, so let's move on to the bottom of the deck card so that I can read your energy and your person's energy. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. So for your overall energy, you have the I Like You Oracle card, which states someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. And that is being followed by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm getting out of this is that, someone expressed feelings of like and love towards you, interest that they wanted to pursue a connection with you. And, that was something that you were not willing to give back, to offer back to them with this Ace of Pentacles. You did not want to begin something new with them. And with the Three of Cups in reverse, I'm also getting that, you did not want this union. This is a union that you did not want to pursue, Scorpio. So let's move on to your person's overall energy. And what they have in their cards is the Dragonfly, which states, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. And what I'm getting out of that energy for your person, Scorpio, is that, they took it really good when you finally came and told them. Instead of hating you, they try to understand you. They try to, walk in your shoes and understand why you did not want to pursue a connection with them. And, they decided they decided to accept it. And by accepting it, they also decided to take time off to heal. To, figure out what it was that they really manifested and why did it not go their way. And, they healed so well that for the last card, they have the Fool. They're someone who still has wishful thinking, like with the Lantern in that Hermit's hand, that states that they wouldn't mind taking a leap of faith with someone else, maybe you again, I don't know. But they're just the fact that they're willing to do it again. That's what I'm basically saying. They're willing to be the Fool once again if they have to, because they believe in love. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys, Scorpio, this week. I hope it resonated with you guys. If it did, don't forget to press like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so that you could be notified of future readings. And also, if you did not get anything out of this message, which is all fine and dandy, I'm hoping that you can at least press the share button so that someone else can get a chance at listening to this message, because it may resonate with them. All right, Scorpio, it's always a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.